Morning, everyone. It's Rodney Rissanen for another episode of Rodney's Life Lessons. Today, I'm going to talk about anger and patience, and why these things are so prevalent in society nowadays. First of all, we are human, so emotions are normal and natural, and they really shouldn't be repressed. We shouldn't, if we're feeling some way, we need to not necessarily act on that, but find out why we're feeling this way. Okay, it comes down to spirituality, and you can encompass religion in that, and it's having a higher walk with our higher power, with our higher self. We have two aspects of our humanity. We have our lower self, which is sort of the reptilian, knee-jerk survival aspect. And then we have our higher self, which is our spiritual, which is our higher thinking, and the way of resolving things without resorting to lower self emotions and actions and violence. And it's like, you have to understand, these things were needed. They were needed in our early days, and I'm talking like caveman days. Fight or flight, wild beasts and vicious tribal wars where one clan wants to steal your women and your food and kill you, and so you needed those things. But I'd like to think as a humanity that we have evolved. That is the point, because in many aspects you look at society and nothing has really changed. Only technology has changed. Even the structure of dominance over us, there was kings and lords and landowners, and we still have that. Now we have presidents, and we have governors, and we have mayors, and we have police and military. They're really, it is the same, but just the names have changed. We're like free range humans. We provide, and if we don't provide, if we don't pay taxes to our lords, we will be thrown in jail. So back to anger and patience. I have been doing a lot of self-work, a lot of personal work. I've been to many retreats. I've spent time alone with elders. I've read literally hundreds of books on the subject. I've had mentors for many years, decades, and I've been guided because I wanted to be my highest version of self. I've wanted to be a better man for decades. So I've done the things, and I've quit the things that are not in alignment with that. So one thing, and I'm just gonna say it, this is just my opinion, my experiences, and my ideals on why we act and react the way that we often do. There's been times, like just even over the weekend, driving back from Los Angeles, Long Beach to Phoenix, Arizona, and I was in LA traffic. And this quite literally was the worst traffic I've ever been in my life. And I've driven in London, all over this world. And I'm thinking, this traffic sucks. But then my higher self is like, no, Rodney, you're in Los Angeles right now. Like, take it in. Like, look at, you got 8 lanes of bumper to bumper traffic. How many of your friends can say they've done that? Like, live the experience. Or if somebody is not driving the way that I think they should be driving, it's like my lower self wants, oh, those idiots, why aren't they, da, 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 da. And it's like, no. It's like, I'm not going to allow myself to be drawn in to those lower vibrational emotions and energies, because it feeds on itself. It really does. Like we'll fabricate something in our mind with no actual evidence, and we'll run with it. We'll think the person's doing this because of that, and now they think of me this way, and we've got no evidence on that situation. We will make things up in our mind, and we will get angry. We will have an attitude towards people with no evidence, with nothing ever happened. And why is that? I believe that's our lower self when we're operating from an egoic sense of being. I want things to be this way. I want things to be that way, and I need things to be this way. And if they don't, it's my right to be mad. No, it's not. It's our right to accept things as they are. See, we need to understand that Creator God is in control. We're not in control. And when we try and take control is when friction happens. And when friction happens is when stress happens. And when stress happens, we get those lower vibrational energies and emotions coming out. And we've all been there, and they result in heartache and disharmony and maybe ruined marriages and lost jobs because we think things should be a certain way. And we get all pissy about it, and we don't accept things. We need to start accepting the things in our lives. You know, a really easy way of doing this is 80% of the world lives in poverty. We in North America, like I live in the United States right now, this is one of the richest countries in the world. At every aspect around me, I'm wealthy beyond 80% of the world. Now, if I start judging myself to other Americans who might have, fancy car, fancy house, six-figure salary, then I'm going to think that I'm not succeeding or successful. And that's because this society really judges us that way. They want us to be monetarily focused. They want us to think that unless you have this or that, you're not successful. That's an absolute lie. That's an absolute lie. And that's society with the materialistic pursuits, marketing, trying to get us to buy their products. We need to be happy with what we have. We need to be focused. If something ticks us off, quickly look at yourself. Say, why is that irritating me? And if you use one negative thing, say 5 positive things to yourself. Say, well, that car just cut me off. Say, well, I'm driving a car. Not everybody gets to drive a car. I'm in a beautiful part of the world. I'm listening to the nice radio station. I didn't get in an accident. Oh, that person must be in a rush, and let them go. Let it go. So I hope this little blurb about anger and patience at least helps us to think a little more about these things. Like, we need to let stuff go. Don't grab a hold of it. Don't hold on to anger. Let it go. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.